Right, you ready?
No, of course I'm not ready.
Good afternoon, morning, evening or night, ladies and gentlemen. This is the JARCAST. I'm your host, Alex, and this is episode...
223.
No, it's episode 22, a third time.
Yeah, 223.
223. I'm your host, Alex, joined as always by Jim.
I've been really thinking about like having a catchphrase. Not a catchphrase, but like an intro sort of bit.
Oh, yeah? Like what?
Well, I don't know. But I'm like,
What's the first thing that pops into your head?
I'm feeling riled up. Do you think that's cool or really lame? Guys, I sort of need to know if it's cool or lame.
That depends if it's like a WWE entrance, maybe.
No, it's more like a JARCAST entrance. I'm kind of riled up.
Like the old episodes where we'd come on to the cheering and clapping.
Yeah. And then I'd sit down and go, I'm kind of riled up today.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a bit cringe.
And hang on.
Sorry.
There's one more person to introduce, that of course being, last but not least, Vinny over there.
Yep, Vinny's here, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, Vinny.
Vinny.
How you been doing, Vinny?
Doing good.
How you been, you son of a bitch?
You crazy son of a bitch, Vinny. He's not riled up.
No.
Before we get too deep into the show, I want to shout out the patrons who are single-handedly responsible for our set being as kind of pristine as it is, and just the,
We've been teasing for quite a while that we've got a new set coming, and we didn't want to reveal it like this, but this is it. This is what we've been working for.
We've going back 100 plus episodes. We've been teasing big changes around here.
Yeah, 200 plus episodes.
Finally, we figured that on 22.3 it would be the time to introduce those changes.
I'd like to quote
scene Anna's for me.
No, I'm going to quote our brother in arms lost Ruben, where he major changes around here. If you remember back in episode.
I remember that, of course.
I don't.
Give me a scene Anna's quote instead, then.
Hey, what's up, guys?
That was a pretty good impression as far as James' impressions goes.
I
captured the scene Anna's kind of energy.
I can't recall a scene Anna's quote off the top of my head. So
I've got one for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he loves doing it.
No, but he also like on the real, he used to be a skateboarder, like pretty cool.
Yeah, and then he became a carpenter. Sick man. Sick.
And a good YouTube name.
Yeah.
Scene Annas.
It's generally a good name.
Yeah, I got no problem with Scene Annas.
Jamie should call himself Jamie Nanas. That would be sick.
What about Land Fathers?
Land Grand.
Land Grandpa. Fuck. I need to write this down. That's James's new name. It's the Land Grandpa.
No, that's not funny.
Yeah, that's fucking funny, dude.
Vinny is the Land Grandpa. Was it grandfather or grandpa?
Grandfather.
Which is funnier, grandpa or grandfather?
Grandfather.
The Land Grandpa or the Land Grandfather?
The Land Grandfar?
The land of the lost.
I'll have to experiment with that
grandfather.
one.
The land of the lost grandfather.
Housekeeping.
Mate, we keep this house clean. We want
it's spotless around here.
Spotless operation.
Spotless operation.
Not a dirt of dirt anywhere. We got lots to talk about this episode in relation to housekeeping business. I wanted to shout out the Jar Media Highlights channel. Have you guys seen this?
I haven't.
No.
As is a trend for, it's just a trend on YouTube for podcast channels and stuff like that. A fan has started a Jar Media Highlights channel, so give that a search. Give that
you
some
can see
support.
Great clips like Alex saying something controversial.
Yeah,
Me?
Yeah.
Is that what I'm known for on the JARCAST?
Yes.
What is my role? What's my place to you guys?
The bitch.
The father.
The father.
I would recommend searching that channel quick though, because we're going to drop a content claim on that video. His videos.
What's Scene Annas?
Yeah.
No, the Jar highlights.
How dare you steal our content?
Yeah, we're
All they need is a couple more videos, then we can content strike them and just wipe them out in one fell swoop, you know?
Yeah, we don't take no prisoners.
PO box going nicely. Got a nice little mound built up of parcels that people have sent. We'll probably exploit this new set to really do like a fucking beautiful...
really sick where we put the gift, the PO box items on the table and we unwrap them. That'd be so sick.
Yeah, something like really unseen before on YouTube, you know?
Didn't Smosh open PO box stuff about like 13 years ago?
Speaking of Smosh, actually, I wasn't going to bring this up, but it's something that annoyed me in this last week.
Go on.
Because I saw, for those who don't know, just to reel it back ever so slightly, Jar Media's had a very interesting relationship with Smosh. Especially Ian Smosh, because, I don't know, I guess he's got this personal vendetta against me specifically. A bit like Derek Savage in the way, like, when Adam YMS makes a video calling him a pedo and shit, it's fine when he does it, but I guess when Brits say things, it's just strikes a bit more. I don't know.
I guess we're not funny enough.
Yeah, we're not funny enough, so... I just... The thing that annoyed me about something I saw to do with Smosh was that on the Smosh TikTok, of all things, there was like some cringy TikTok of Ian from Smosh, like, mocking the Smosh movie. It was like a TikTok meme. It was clearly some established TikTok meme, and he was applying it to, like, he had the Smosh poster in the background or whatever, and he was, like, mocking it. He was like, yeah, I'm in this, but, like, what? So what? So it's cool to make fun of now, I guess.
That is, like, proper throwing you under the bus.
Well, I said in my review of his fucking movie that he was the best thing about it.
Yeah.
And that, like, removed, like, a... whatever. Dead topic.
No,
bro.
Let's drag Smosh.
Yeah, let's
go to war.
drag this corpse right out of the casket.
Well, it's just from my perspective, it winds up being, like, useless feedback. Because, you know, if he genuinely had some feedback and was like, man, you were just too harsh or something and this bit was too far, I got none of that. The only thing I have is me actually stopping the video to say, I actually think Ian's really funny.
Yeah.
That's the only thing, that's what's so weird about it.
If you want to dive into these depths, go back to episode 1 of the JARCAST, Smosh Hates Us.
Wait,
Yeah.
that was episode 1?
Yeah.
We've had like 3 Smosh episodes. There's Smosh Love Us as well.
Really?
Yeah, because Anthony doesn't hate me. Anthony follows me on Twitter.
That's very interesting.
It seems like the Chad and Cuck. Anthony and Ian.
Barbara G left a nice comment for us. James fills me with so much rage, and yet I dream of kissing him under the moonlight.
I know that feeling.
Jamie knows that feeling very well.
Guy Incognito says, trying to think of a madness joke, now that James not only ties to our house, but baggy trousers as well. Baggy trousers, dirty shirt, pulling hair and eating dirt. Teacher comes to break it up, banged on the head with a plastic cup. Madness is my childhood.
I hate madness.
How can
so
you hate
fucking
madness?
British, dude, though. Our house, dunno, in the middle.
I used to get
I like that song.
People used to sing that at me at school.
Yeah, yeah.
I remember that fucking
Yeah,
doofus.
they'd scream it from across the road.
Yeah.
James has been a celebrity since forever.
People, like, everyone's just naturally obsessed with him. You just can't help it.
Yeah.
Red04 Jack has a little bit of feedback for you, Jim. If you remember last episode during the Patron name segment, you read out a name and referred to it as a keyboard smash. It actually turns out that name was just a town in Wales. It was just Welsh.
Fuck you.
So you were like, "What's this fucking made up bullshit?" And then you read off the town.
No, that is horse shit. No. Fuck you. Fuck that.
No, I will die on this bridge. Welsh, like, as someone who's not Welsh, is like the most bullshit language, like, to read. When you go there and look at the signs, it's just like, from my stupid British brain, this is
a keyboard.
It genuinely looks like a keyboard smash. It's like nouns and consonants way too close to each other.
So you think
just consonants.
You think if we're in a simulation, like the glitch is Wales?
Yes.
Not just the glitch isn't Wales. The glitch is just their language.
Yeah. I'd say that the Wales is the glitch. It is the anomaly.
Why are you so racist against the Welsh?
Yeah,
you
you
got
got
this
lovely
was-
place.
Bungus the Thirst. It's 3TH. They're being it's like a joke.
Okay.
They've got a really good profile picture, actually. It's the Home Alone kid edited to be Jared Leto's Joker. That's very good. But they say, as an Australian listener... Oh, this is in reference to talking about my dog's eating spiders because it's spider season. As an Australian listener, I can confirm that my dog would eat the bugs and spiders. The more venomous spiders don't do exploring, so my dog used to just eat huntsmen and daddy longlegs. What do you mean, just eat huntsmen?
Yeah,
They're fucking
They're monstrous.
scary.
Like we were complaining about, like, well, that's the biggest spider I've ever seen.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like a few inches big. These fucking things, they're meaty. I can like imagine Argy and Paisley.
do you think they would?
Yeah, Paisley would, I think.
They would definitely instinctually chase it. I don't know about killing it. They're
they-
quite large.
Are they
quite
fast?
meaty.
Yes.
Are huntsmen fast? I don't know. I don't know, bro. But Honora Ortsack said, my dog ate a June bug, also known as a cicada. Took him a while to chew it. Sounds like he was eating stale Doritos. That's actually quite a good description of the bug kind of dryness.
Yeah, I mean, I've eaten bugs.
Yeah,
Oh, we've all scoffed down a few bugs on the cast.
Have we?
Well, if life is the cast, then yes.
No, I mean, I literally have. I've eaten scorpion along with James. Back in Cooking with Ruben, I ate a locust.
That's right. That's what I said. Why did we have those? Like dried?
It was a
Christmas gift.
It was a joke, I think.
like a
birthday
novelty
present.
gift.
It was just a bag of dried locust
Mm.
and mealworms. So I've eaten worms, scorpion, and locust. If anyone was interested.
Damn. Well, continuing on this note, Sandvich87 says, I've read that even chicken are able to eat venomous spiders. So even in places like Australia, keeping chickens in your back garden is actually a good way to deal with spiders. Chickens are absolutely mental.
Wait, chickens eat spiders?
Dude, chickens eat like mice and rats and shit that go in. Like,
chickens
they
are
will peck them to
incredible.
death. Yeah, like they'll eat anything.
Ah, I'm
Yeah.
down with chickens. I would happily have chickens in
Yeah,
my
it kind
garden.
of makes me want them.
Yeah, for sure.
If Paisley won't fucking murder them and pluck them on the spot.
Yeah.
Then you have another problem, though. And that's foxes.
That's what you got Argy for.
Yeah, he's a little fox.
Argy would get fucked up by a fox.
Dusk Plains says, I had a similar dog experience. It was a sunny day and me and my dog, Bolt, was sitting on the back doorstep. A pigeon landed on the grass, then my dog woofed and chased after it. The pigeon tried to escape but panicked and flew straight into the shed, hurting itself. Bolt got to it first and threw it up in the air. It was quite a sudden, intense scenario and I struggled to get Bolt back into the house as he kept circling around the pigeon. The pigeon was badly injured and sort of popped its head into itself and kind of planted itself next to the garden gate. The next day my neighbour encountered the same pigeon due to it crawling across the road to his house. Later in the day it flew away safe.
Sweet.
That could be like a really intense movie from the pigeon's perspective.
I was told recently that pigeons, like owls, like see the world at a different rate. So they see everything faster. So a car coming at them is much slower. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I know what you
But
mean.
it's like watching something at a higher frame rate, but still
Because
24
don't
per
insects
second.
work in a similar way, and that's how flies are able to dodge your bullshit so much.
Yeah, so the funny thing to me in this scenario is that this pigeon slow-mo like flew into a shed. Like it means it knows that shed is coming long before it hits
this
it. and there's
comment
just
is literally just the Revenant, but with a pigeon as
Yeah.
Leo.
Yeah. No, it's like the real Revenant. Because the real scenario is that the guy that you wanted revenge on just got away.
Oh, right, yeah, not quite as satisfying.
Yeah.
A Power Couch says, we don't necessarily use our dog against spiders, but we kind of use her to locate rats and their paths.
What? And their paths?
It's what Power Couch said, man. And if he wants to find their paths, like it's a video
I'll take
game.
his word for it.
Yeah, you can track them with the scent, I guess.
Yeah.
And finally, on this horrible topic, Dad Ungus Jones says, on the subject of dogs / eating fighting snakes. When I was in like 4th grade, we had to give away my dog because the house we were moving into didn't allow dogs. We gave it to a close family friend who lived near an empty field filled with dead bushes and plants and all that. 2 or so years went by without seeing my old dog or the family friend, and the friend invited us to a birthday party. When we went and saw our dog, the friend explained that the dog often would run around the field and hunt rattlesnakes for fun. I believe he had been bitten many times and ended up being completely fine with little to no injuries, so I think he became immune to the poison.
Jesus.
There are people, there are like men that do this.
Mm-hmm.
They like collect snakes and they purposefully get bitten by them and over time become resilient, so then they can use their blood for antivenom. There are like people out there that do that. I've watched like channels of this mental guy who just like grabs like these incredibly potent snakes and just holds it to his arm, doesn't even flinch, puts it back in the box, and he's like, "Oh, yep, that was a lot that time." It doesn't phase him.
At what point do you think that's a good idea? That I will just seek out like intense, agonizing pain because.
I mean, you must be a fan of snakes to do something like that.
I'm
like,
a fan
already.
of snakes, but I'm not going to let them bite me, just because.
But like this dog's become a little snake hunter, an unstoppable snake. What's the snake gonna do? What can it even do now?
Yeah,
If the
if the poison doesn't work, then the snake's done.
There's nothing it can fucking do.
It's just what like a bored dog that's in a field load of snakes is just naturally just about I need that fucking adrenaline.
Yeah, I guess.
Right, that's the end of housekeeping then. We got topics, do we? I've probably
the
got the odd
house.
bit.
The house is finally clean, and it will be for the next few episodes. We are.
That's
very
not a topic. Do you have a topic, or I have something we can talk about?
Yeah, I've got a topic.
No, don't lie. Don't fucking lie.
I'm
Hey.
not lying.
Let him speak, Alex. Come on.
Well, Jim, boy who cried wolf much.
No, but this time we
Jesus.
know there's junk in the trunk, if you will.
Do
It's not. That's not my
There's,
subject.
there's junk in the
That's like
trunk.
you said that's your subject.
No, it's yours.
It's
It
not my-
revolves
What do you
around
mean?
mate.
Who's
I'm not
topic?
talking about that.
Okay, what's your topic?
I was just gonna say how Full Metal Jacket
I
is
fucking
not.
know it.
It's not a movie that can be enjoyed by normies. I'm not even gonna.
You
like-
sound like such a Reddit twat.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
No, I'm just saying that I have finally watched that movie. Should have done it a long time ago, and it just gave me like strange.
It gave you strange. What did you
It's like
think about it? Did you like it?
Yes, it's a very good movie, like an extremely good movie. But it's in my mind when you just finished Saving Private Ryan. That's like a completely different like journey.
Yeah.
And the journey of Full Metal Jacket is I can't put my finger on it. It's not like it's in a way not a good one.
I mean, it's not supposed to be like a happy tale.
No, yeah, but it's just I just find that movie bizarre. I think I need to rewatch it.
Yeah. Well, it's a critique of the Vietnam War.
But it's just
Not
like I
gonna
was
be the
reading up on
happiest.
it, and apparently like when it came out, nobody saw it in that way. It was just like Fast and Furious. They just watched it and it was just like, yeah, it was good.
Yeah, there are loads of movies like that.
I just don't get it. Like that there's so many layers to that movie, and then a lot of people just take it as war movie, cool. So I don't get
Yeah.
that. That's what I mean when it say like it's a weird movie. That's what I'm saying. I need to watch Apocalypse Now eventually.
So would your parents not enjoy it?
No, fuck no.
There's too many messages and meanings.
James, it's got too much meaning.
It's too complex.
It's giving me strange. Do you think a movie? Do you think a movie that isn't entertaining can still be good?
Yes, and I had the perfect example of this.
Okay, shoot.
Um,
Because
on-
I've got a different viewpoint depending on what you say.
It's a movie I never would have watched if not for JARCAST, but it's like a nearly 4-hour long like French movie about a woman like cleaning her house. It's called Jean Delmont or something.
It sounds shit.
Yeah.
It does sound shit, and it makes you kind of angry while you're watching it. But it's one of those things where it's like the intent, it's going for a certain intent and it like achieves it. So I can't really fault it for that.
Why would you watch 4-hour movie?
It's like a artistic statement, isn't it?
There's actually a movie I do plan to watch. It's the longest movie ever made.
What's that?
The Human Condition.
Oh yeah, I think I've seen that on IMDb. You're gonna watch it, are you?
Yeah, because I
Right.
read that people were comparing Full Metal Jacket to it. Like the first part of Full Metal Jacket
Right.
is that whole movie, like those movies. So I'm like, it's got a really interesting premise. So
Why not?
I need to find it and see if I watch it.
How long is it?
9.5 hours.
Okay.
And it's not like episodes.
No, it's basically full movies. It's like 3 full movies that are different
Right.
parts of the movie,
Okay.
but altogether it's 9 hours, and that's
No,
technically.
if you watch it, let me know.
Yeah, it might take me a good 5 weeks to do it.
Yeah.
I'll try.
But what makes a non-entertaining movie good?
If it has artistic merit.
Yes.
Do you not think that the artistic merit has to be of a certain like
Quality.
quality of height,
Yeah.
and then it becomes incredibly subjective?
I mean, it's subjective anyway. Like we were just saying with James, like.
Yeah.
Or-
But I mean, there are movies that just like bombard you with so much entertainment that
Let's just say, I think if there's no entertainment, but there's like a deeper message and there's, artistic stuff, then it makes it enjoyable. But if it's like Evangelion, where it's all shit and boring, and then the deeper meaning is shit.
bro. It's one of the most beloved.
I say it to annoy people because I actually really like Evangelion.
The reason I asked the question is because of the movie I'm thinking of ending things. I have brought it up before, haven't I?
Yeah, before I'd seen it. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Mhm.
But now that you've seen it, do you understand my perspective?
Yeah, I don't hold it against anyone for not enjoying movies like that.
The thing is, it's not that I didn't enjoy it. It's an experience I've never had with a movie before, where like I didn't enjoy a single bit of it,
Really?
but the whole thing together. Like I appreciated like certain ideas and
Mhm.
shots, but I never found it to be like exhilarating in the moment, or like
Yeah.
grabbing my attention, even though it was a film where like I didn't pick up my phone and scroll through Twitter or
Right, yeah.
Instagram or
Demanded
Reddit
your
or whatever.
attention. Yeah, I don't know, like it is a thing with just taste. And it's something the internet doesn't like. The internet doesn't like individual tastes. It likes
Mhm.
defining your taste and then making fun of everyone else's taste. That's
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
of what it's turned into, especially with movies. The level of like, I don't know, that everyone has their different levels of like, yeah, I'm at this point with my taste, so I'm shit on everyone who's below my taste type stuff, and
Yeah.
I just get sick of that kind of shit.
But there is a thing as well, when I was watching that movie, it's like I feel as though this is objectively great. But I mean, this is a bad example for me because I did end up really liking the movie. I do think it's great. But it gets to a point when you're in all these communities and whatnot, where you're like, what is actually your opinion? What is
Very
my
little.
opinion on this movie? How much am I influenced by my quote unquote peers?
especially with movies like that, where like
Yeah.
sometimes movies like that end, and you're like, what was the point of that? What am I supposed to interpret from that?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's valid, but also poo-pooing something just because it is kind of weird and different is also bad to do,
Yeah.
Like if you'll put it on for 20 minutes and are like, this just is too weird for me.
But even with not like a whole community, when I jump on Letterboxd to review a movie and you've already seen it and I see your score, my opinion does get influenced.
Right.
Do you know,
Especially if it's like wildly different than like how you're feeling in the moment, and you say, wait, this person rated it that.
yeah, exactly.
What have I missed about it then? Or
Yeah,
like some,
yeah.
I know what you mean.
It's really hard at that point to be able to watch something and then just say what you actually think.
Yeah, this is why I don't read or watch anything about movies before I see it myself.
But I think
Then-
you can still be influenced
absolutely, you are.
afterwards.
Yeah. There's no doubt. Yeah, I'm not saying like I'm not influenced by anyone. Of course I am. there are steps you can take to try and minimize the,
Yeah,
that
no,
effect.
I agree. But I think, were you saying when you write a review or something, during the writing process, you won't look at other people's opinions?
Yeah, like,
or-
for example, I haven't watched Ralph's video on cats yet because I know I'll eventually probably do a video on that because it's
Right.
in the bottom 100.
Yeah,
so
yeah. Okay.
I haven't watched anyone's review on that movie. There are certain ones I just avoid because I'm just waiting for the time. Jim, do you want to go into yours or one of mine? Because I do have one. I do have something I want to bring up.
I just want to bring up one of James's pet peeves. And it sort of ties into a sort of ongoing jar thing. And that's shoes.
Shoes?
Yeah,
How's that got to do with my pet peeve?
Because when we come up here, the majority of the time, today's a bad example, but the majority of the time I'm wearing shoes and you guys
Yes.
aren't.
And I
And-
hate it.
Why?
Do you really have to go into this? Because this here is carpet. Shoes are dirty. Shoes on carpet doesn't feel like home. It doesn't feel comfortable. If someone's wearing shoes in a room with carpet,
What about slippers?
I don't feel comfortable and I don't feel like you're actually chilling because you're wearing shoes. Shoes is like a doing. It's like shoes is you're going out, you're doing things. When you're at home watching TV, watching a movie, you're not doing things, you're relaxing. So you wear the attire to do that. Shoes isn't that.
So, but you're saying if I'm wearing shoes and I'm relaxing, but I'm wearing shoes and you can see that, it makes you not relaxed.
Yeah, it feels weird because I've always grown up in a household where shoes
Shoes off at the door.
off at the door. So the house always feels like a home. So when people wear shoes, it's just like, if my parents are walking around the bottom floor with shoes on, they're doing shit. They're going out soon. My parents aren't sitting around upstairs in the lounge with shoes on while they're watching TV for 2 hours. So the shoes on carpet just messes my mind up because I'm so not used to it. It just doesn't feel right. Like if anyone wore shoes in my house, they'd be getting a good telling off because you don't, especially with carpet.
I respect that if it's your house,
Yeah.
but this isn't.
I know it's not, but it's the jar set, and we are here for.
Where
a
do you
relaxed time.
stand on this shoe thing?
I think it depends on the house, first of all, and it depends
Yeah.
on what's on the floor. Like, I think in this house, for me, shoes is bottom floor thing. I personally never wear shoes up. But I don't, unless I'd, just cleaned everything, I wouldn't say to take them off.
Do you never just put your shoes on and keep them on?
No, because my ideal is barefoot.
Yeah, that's with socks. Because
You
that's
see,
really
that-
comfortable.
I'm saying even without, my ideal is nothing.
Yeah,
I
it's
want my
nice.
feet bare. I want that shit breathing.
It's
No,
comfortable.
I like wearing shoes. Like once they're on for the day, I don't really want to take them off.
Really?
The only
I
reason
hate
I
that.
took them off today was because my feet got soaking wet walking here in the rain.
Right.
That's bizarre.
Yeah, no, I want my feet breathing. And my feet can't breathe when they're in shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just find
in
them
summer
uncomfortable.
it is a different thing, but especially when the weather's cold, and it
That's
just
what your
means
slips for, bro.
Yeah, you just get slippers.
I don't own slippers.
You just buy
and-
some then.
Well, I do own slippers. I did buy some, but because in lockdown I knew I wasn't really going to be going many places.
Mm.
But to me, wearing shoes all the time means I'm ready for anything.
But it's just like it
But
doesn't
that means
take
you can
long
never
to get
switch
shoes
off
on.
though, because you're always ready for action.
No, prepare for the worst, but expect the best.
No.
Yes,
Yes.
You just wear. So that is just wearing socks, because then you're prepared to put shoes on. But
Nah,
you're,
nah.
that
No,
is.
because what if suddenly...
So you're lying in bed with his shoes on.
No, I'm lying
Just
in bed
case.
fully dressed, wearing a suit.
Just in case something happens in the middle of the night that forces you out of bed and
yeah.
you got to go running. You got to sprint.
No, obviously I don't wear shoes or socks in
See,
bed.
this
most
is
of the time,
why.
unless it's particularly cold.
This is why. You have multiple pairs of shoes, because I have the nice shoes when I'm actually like going out shopping and whatnot. So if an emergency happens, I need to get out of the house quickly. I'm putting on the fucking shoes that I get on instantly. They're just feet.
No,
and
this is another thing. I tend to own one pair of shoes and just wear the fuck out of them.
Yeah,
and then buy a new
that's
pair.
what's different.
That's why you're doing it wrong.
No, I don't think you
stop,
can
stop,
say
stop.
I'm doing it wrong.
No. This is your logic. Instead of just having one pair,
true.
do you know what you do?
Do what I do.
You wear the fuck out of them, but you don't bin them. You have them as it's an emergency, I need to get out.
No, but
Then you
they're
have
all an
twos.
emergency pair. They're an everything pair.
Yeah, but
They're
that's because you wear
a-
them all the time.
Well,
That's
yeah.
the problem.
No, that's not the problem. That's the solution to all your problems.
No,
Mm.
it's not. Because then you're not comfortable.
I am comfortable. I wear them so goddamn much. I don't even
if
realize
I'm
I'm wearing them.
if
That's
I'm-
why I never take them off. They're brilliant.
If I'm
I'm
sitting
like-
watching a movie at night in a lounge, in a comfortable lounge, and you've got shoes on carpet, I'm going to be like, bro, what is that? How are you comfortable? It doesn't weak comfort.
Dude, Adidas trainers. Dude, they just...
Yeah, because I got to have a separate pair for walking dogs.
yeah,
I can't wear
yeah.
my everydays.
No, I get that. And obviously I've got, like, walking boots, but they aren't for anything other than muddy terrain.
Right. Yeah.
And putting them on, it's a slog, you know? Taking shoes on and off to me is a part of... It's just a segment in time I cut out of my life.
No, but it's barely any time. It takes 5 seconds to undo a shoelace, not even that.
Yeah, and double that to time up.
Yeah, but
Per
then-
foot. Per foot.
Oh yeah, because I'm no, but what would you?
Yeah, and
what,
let's say...
okay.
No, how many days do you live in your life?
Too many.
Quite a lot, right?
yeah, a few.
Say it's 10 seconds every day.
Which is extreme. That's an extreme example.
No, if like you say, you're taking your shoes on and off multiple times a day.
Well, no, because if
anything, that's...
if I'm going out and having to take shoes on and off, I wear the shit shoes where to get them on it's just literally foot in. To get them off it's foot off. There's no tying shoelaces.
That's something you're doing wrong.
No, that's not because they're fucking shit shoes anyway.
Because I take my shoes on and off so irregularly, it's like an act of beauty, you know. You really put time and effort into.
It's like the airlock
yeah,
when they come
Yeah.
off. Yeah.
and all the foot smeg smell.
Yeah, for sure. Then your shoes are just so much worse in terms of smell. Like you'd have to do more maintenance.
No,
on your
because
shoes,
they're
which is
really
wasted
high
time.
quality Adidas,
No, 'cause if
like
you're-
breathable technology sort of.
If your foot's in your shoes, 10 plus hours a day, every day, those shoes are going to need more maintenance, more cleaning, more deodorizing.
No, this is another
No, it's
life
not.
hack that I've discovered myself. Your shoes get dirty, right?
Yeah.
Just keep them on and they'll clean themselves.
No,
Just
but
through walking.
but that doesn't clean the inside. The inside you'll need to be cleaned
Not if
more
they're
often.
white either.
I don't wear white shoes.
No, but if you're wearing shoes that much more, the insides will need to be cleaned more often. Which is
Alex, how
more
often do you
time.
clean the insides of your shoes?
Literally never in my life, bro.
Exactly.
I go outside and I do this.
Yes, what you're saying
Yeah,
in
that's-
front of everyone is that the inside of your shoes fucking weak, which is
Yeah.
bad. It's a turn off. It's a turn off. You don't want that.
Who am I trying to turn on with my empty shoes?
Hypothetical situation: smelly shoes and feet is bad.
Dude, I think the opposite based on the JARCAST comments.
There's a bit of stench there.
No, you're
Bum
under...
appetite.
There are people that have...
There's just as, for the record, there's just as much stench from James's foot as mine.
There you go.
Okay, when did you put those socks on? How fresh are they?
I put them on at...
Exactly. Instantly newer than mine.
Yeah, surely the sock thing is kind of
Boom.
like the underwear. Like, you don't need to wash jeans every day because you wear underwear, so the gross parts aren't touching it. Surely it's a similar idea.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
socks are for.
Are they clean socks, James?
They were clean.
No, so you're here preaching while you're not even
No,
wearing
no,
clean
no, no,
socks.
no, no, no.
He wears dirty socks and then preaches at me about shoe hygiene.
I didn't say I did. It's just like
When were they clean?
fucking this morning.
No, you've changed the story now that
I can
No,
tell
I
that
haven't.
the game is
Yeah,
playing.
let
We
me
need a Jim
explain.
can't swim on this shit right now.
No, wait. Let me explain. You get up, walk into the shops, put them on, throw them on the floor, take them off, throw them on the floor, because I'm not wearing socks in my house. Go today, I'm taking those socks that are already dirty, technically, but they're not.
So you've only worn them to go to the shop.
And now, yeah, which is just so they've
That's
been
fair
worn.
Yeah, that
That's
is
fine.
fair enough. But
They've-
even then, I don't do that shit.
Yeah, because you're wearing the socks constantly. Mine touch skin basically for 10 minutes and then that's it. Because I don't wear them constantly. I'm barefoot. So my socks technically are cleaner because it's had less foot in.
The thing is, I'm not saying I'm right, and I'm obviously in the minority in terms of like the world.
No, but
this
this is
is
a
like-
normal thing in America is wearing socks in house. I'm pretty sure.
No,
socks
I
are
mean
cultural
just
thing.
wearing like a pair of shoes.
I would have
and-
thought the normal
taking
thing
them
is
off
not
as-
to wear shoes inside.
I'm pretty sure it's like a cultural thing. From what my understanding was that America do it a lot more than us. Like,
But again, surely it depends on your house layout.
yes.
Like if you have a hard floor and like dogs
Yeah.
and cats and shit, a lot of people don't care on like the bottom floor.
No, this might lead into why I behaved this way. Because do you remember when we had Flossie, our dog?
Yeah.
You walk into the kitchen, she has had a drink and dribbled everywhere. You cannot walk in that. You could not walk in that
Yeah.
kitchen and not get your foot soaking wet.
Yeah, and I have the same problem now, which is why I wear flip-flops indoors like
Yeah.
constantly.
But if I put my shoes on, dunzo. For the day, dunzo. Never a problem.
If you get the socks wet, you just put new socks on. That solves the problem.
Yeah, but then you've wasted a pair of socks.
How many? Of all the things we own more socks than anything else. It's okay using 2 pairs in one day.
I don't think I've ever done
Because
that.
water isn't dirt. Water is just water, so
No,
you can
I
just dry
agree.
them. So that's not actually wasting anything. You just put another pair of socks on if needed.
If they're just drying, yeah, what's the problem with that?
Exactly. But I do get you where you're coming from, because sometimes they'll like dribble like fucking grass and shit and dirt,
Yeah.
and it makes the bottom floor a mess. But I get that. So I will not hold judgment against you.
There you go. Productive little topic there. Learned a lot.
Too much.
So just buy 2 pairs of shoes, then you
Going
set.
into the
No,
Half-Life podcast.
No, but that's another thing because shoes are actually quite expensive.
They're not. How much do you think shoes are?
What do you mean, how much do I think shoes are? I bought my shoes.
How much are they?
Like 60 quid?
You got bipped off. You just go on the Outlook website and you get them for dirt cheap.
How much did you get yours?
£36.
That's still like a decent amount of money.
I got my trainers in Swindon for about that, like 30 quid.
Really?
And to be honest,
Honestly, I'm probably telling a fib.
I would
They're
also
probably
say
like
that
60
shoes
quid.
work with the bigger the feet, the more expensive they are. And I've got big feet, so naturally mine are really kind of a lot more expensive. So
I've got like pig hooves. They should be so cheap.
Yeah, ask you what size you are and you're like,
Pig.
trotters.
Should we make a Yeezy shoe brand? The
Tweet at
jar?
Kanye. Can you design something from
Can
the
you
trotters,
design-
please?
Design the
Yeah.
trotters, the Yeezy trotters.
Fuck.
it'd be fucking ugly.
That'd be sweet.
I don't know about you guys, but I got one last thing I want to bring up before we end this segment. It's just a little anecdote based on something I experienced today.
Okay.
Oh no.
I listen to podcasts while I'm like doing misc jobs and stuff. And I was listening to one that I had to actually turn off because I was just getting so annoyed. You know, we jokingly refer to this podcast as the Seinfeld reference as the podcast about nothing, right?
Yeah.
And I was listening to this podcast that really got me thinking, like, I guess we're not the fucking only ones.
You mean we're
podcast
not the
about
only
nothing.
show?
We're
Yeah,
not
wait,
the only
you-
podcast about nothing. Because I was listening to this podcast, and I listened to some gaming podcasts, right? And I was just there, like, doing my thing, and it just twigged at one point, because the conversation was literally, it was like a round table. They were going around describing their, like, pre-order experiences of, like, so what's your pre-order story?
No,
of
but that's
how you
that's not about
snagged-
nothing though.
It was about nothing, bro. If you heard the conversation, it was like a fucking 30-minute segment on their pre-order stories.
Yeah, but are they then talk about shitting blood and having diarrhea stories? Like, no, bro, that's structured.
No, because it was like.
No, stop making us sound generic, bro. We're not like that, bro. That's not about nothing, bro. It's not about nothing, bro.
No, because what I'm going to say is it's worse. I'd say it's worse than being about nothing. Like that to me, it was like such a vapid conversation. I was like, I can't.
Yeah, that's...
And I've got high boundary for that kind of vapid shit.
Well, surely then none of those hosts had charisma and chemistry.
Well, it is one that's like I only listen to because it has like informative content. So whenever they come onto topics that are like, so what's your little backstory on how you managed to snag a pre-order for the new console? It's like...
That's gay as fuck.
Yeah, exactly. Bro, it.
Beep that.
Yeah. Nah, I'm leaving it.
I don't mean it in that way, but...
That being said, what is your pre-order story?
So...
my pre-order story was...
I've got one, actually.
Was going to the... a early morning release of a game, expecting there to be hundreds of people, and there was nobody, and it was just me.
I'll tell you my pre-order story. I'll tell you exactly what happened. I was like, "Oh, aren't the pre-orders open today?" This was at like midday. I go to like the website, add one to my bag, go to the checkout, whatever. I start checking out, and then the website just glitches, and I'm just like, "Oh, just press X on the tab, and then just forget about it."
Do you want to hear my pre-order story?
Go on.
I might have already told this story on Jar, funnily enough, but it was my pre-order for Portal 2.
Okay.
I don't remember this.
Alex will. So I was hyped, man. I still am a Valve shill.
You were. This was the peak Half-Life experience shill.
Yeah. This was because I'd only played like Portal 1 and Half-Life 2 and shit
2011?
a few years before. Yeah, because I didn't play those games till I was like 14. And day of release, get home. It's like on the way home, it's gonna be there. And I'm gonna get to play this shit.
talk about it because if there was a game coming up, we'd be riding home
like extra fast. That fucking Halo Reach day. We're so lucky we're alive. Halo Reach almost killed us. But no, I get home and it hasn't arrived, and I'm fucking bummed.
Yeah, no, yeah,
I know that feeling. Just becomes void.
Yeah,
you know, you're like, what can I even do with myself?
Because you go through the whole school day like, only this many more hours, and
I'm
then
gonna work really hard because I know I'm getting this shit when I get home, and then it's not there.
No, I knew that feeling so well. Yeah, it fucked you up.
Yeah, it hurt. And then the next day, I get home.
It's not there.
Alex is there first,
and
I get home and I'm like, is it here? And you're like, no, it's not here. Sorry, Jim. And I'm like, fuck. And then it must have been like half an hour went by, and then it turned out Alex had pranked me and just hidden it. Just fucking hidden Portal 2, which I was so hyped for. But the thing that fucking pissed me off the most, you opened it.
Oh, like took the cellophane off?
You'd done all of that. You'd taken it out of the Amazon packaging or whatever it was. It was addressed to me, motherfucker, and you opened this shit.
It's because they would have come in and been like, I know what that is.
Yeah. You opened
check
it.
What it is.
Yeah, let's just check. You opened it and then hid it.
No, that's the worst, because when you've got a new game and it's that excitable tearing, and you're back
then when you could like only get a physical copy and like,
yeah, true,
and you wanted to see
you didn't have that experience a lot of
time.
actually having a brand new game that you could unwrap.
No, that is definitely something that's lost now.
Yeah.
Like that new game feeling where you get this physical thing and
it's the fresh paper that smells gorgeous, and the disc when you unclick the disc, you don't do it quickly because you want to do it slowly so it pops out like really well, and you're like, oh my god, I miss that. But yeah, Alex, you're a horrible person.
Yeah, it was just, I just couldn't help myself.
That was your peak. That was your trolling age, though. So obviously it was like to troll Jim.
Yeah, that's when you'd given up on video games, and Yahoo Answers was your favourite entertainment.
Yeah. But of course, I knew that. I'm pretty sure I did that more than once.
Yeah, you did.
I remember being
pre-order games.
You used to be very funny about me like playing your games, because you thought they were yours and I didn't deserve them. And I remember finding it quite funny when I'd pre-ordered GTA 5, obviously, getting home and you were playing it. And I was like, no, you had played it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
By then I was like 16. I didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
But
No, I stopped caring at a certain point, but it's just like, you're just a little monster, aren't you, when you're a fucking teenager?
well, it's just all about like
Being
What's mine is mine.
Yeah, like one-upping each other and shit. It's just the brother way, innit?
Yeah. I'm sure some jarlings can relate.
Yeah, I only had sisters, so I can't relate.
Did your sisters never tease you, James?
No, they just stuck legit. They sticker bombed my womb.
So
Gave
teased you then?
Teasing.
No, because I have a phobia of stickers.
Wait, they sticker bombed your room and you
Literally,
have a phobia
they
of stickers?
stuck horse stickers on every surface in my room.
That kind
I
of
walked
explain-
in
So you already had the fear and then
Yeah,
they did that
they
in
They
response?
traumatized me and they found it funny. And I was like actually having a panic attack and they were like,
They were like screaming of laughter.
yeah.
Bruh.
Literally, I'm always paranoid about stickers now because of them.
So that's actually what this background is. It's thanks to your sisters.
Yeah,
that you have
that's the
this...
start.
Well, that makes a lot more sense. Why didn't you lead with that? Otherwise, you just sound like, yeah, I'm terrified of stickers.
Yeah.
Well, no, because I was...
Without any context.
You were already fearful, but that
Yeah.
pushed it
Well,
to
yeah,
the
that's
next
just
level.
a trauma event related to my phobia.
Mm.
Well, yeah, that makes
But
a
then,
lot more
no,
sense.
because if I lead with it, it makes it sound I'm only scared of it because of the trauma when that's not the case.
Well, come back after these messages for the #1 console pre-order podcast.
That's
And
it.
video game pre-order podcast.
Dude, it was shit, though.
I just reading this like JARCAST topic thing. There's this weird event that happened to me. Out front back at my house. It was like 1 a.m. I'd been for a late walk during lockdown.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like stood outside the house, and this guy in like a leather jacket, like a big leather jacket, you know, the
trench coat.
Yeah, trench coat sort of thing.
Matrix style.
Yeah, school shootery style. And as he's like walking past me, he said, "You didn't expect me." And-
so he probably was like an incel edgelord type.
And just kept going. But he didn't like turn and say it to me. He just like said it to himself and kept going.
Maybe he was like high on something, or he has Asperger's or something like that.
Well, it was fucking weird, but I thought it was like Skyrim. When you're in the wrong place and an enemy comes. Never should have come here.
Yeah.
Like, that actually happened to me in real life. That shit is... It was weird, man. Yeah.
Hey, it's me, Zeus, the god. My fully endorsed the Jar Media merchandise available in the description below.
Thank you, oh dear Dibby. Is it Dibby and above?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, dear Dibby and above patrons. Starting with, hey everybody, I'm a stupid moron with an ugly face and a big butt and my butt smells, and I like to kiss my own butt.
They're taking the piss a little bit, do you think?
Yeah, I think this one's directly targeted at me. And
It does it hurt, bro?
Madagascar, but it's set in the Mariana Trench, and Alex is an anglerfish. Gloria is a blobfish. They put Mardy, but it's Marty. Is a giant squid, etc. Sand from under the table. Film snail. Yumma, wanna suck a nutter, dirty cum slut. James invented piss a dick. And munches chocolato sausages. Yummy, eat the meaty. Jamie broke into my house and shot my dog, aka Review Tech Azerbaijan. Michael from NZ. Willy drip onto my willy. This isn't even a Patreon name, I'm just pretending it is, but I'm actually just saying that I want to quit the cast. A name that is so explicit you can't even read it on the cast. In fact, you might have to report it to Patreon. If everyone makes their name binary, we could get a 3-hour-long Posdact. Gluteus G, aka Review Tech, you surrender that AI.
Fucking hell.
This one's all one word, so it's kind of hard. I could squash you like a bug right now, but I'm offering you a choice. Join me. Imagine what we could accomplish together. What we could create, or we could. Argy has been in more episodes of Jar than Ruben. Holy shit, I'm gonna come. Alex, grab that banana, oh fuck. Restuffy. Oopie doopie. No, James, what are you doing? Don't pelvic thrust my nan. She's very frail.
James.
James. Review Tech Azerbaijan. Review Tech Madagascar. That time Ruben twerked on a newspaper so hard, the headline changed. I'm ordering you to surrender that AI. Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azerbaijan.
Oh, fuck, dude.
Cosmic Mapping. Born to Ship, Forced to Wipe, aka Review Tech Yugoslavia. Dicky Dick or Dick Ushin. Dick, aka Review Dick Ass Gay.
Review
Dick Ass Gay. I've just paid 20 quid for this stupid fucking Sandy tier. Fuck you, Jar, aka Review Tech USA. Argy, please eat your ice cubes next time. Malik Vest. Can we get clean audio of James saying trans rights, please and thank you?
Trans rights.
There you go. Perry, you're scaring me. You're really pissing me off. Psst. Zella263 backwards is Alex. Bracket. Gunge my clunge with James 11-inch Ewok, aka Review Tech, Turkish Republic, Northern Cyprus. Close bracket. Nike Air Trainers and Review Tech Brazil. Tickle Mine Thomas. If somebody says this is a fucking Welsh town, I'm gonna flip. Aggo Woghi Hoi Woi Goi Wohoi Hagoi Hoi Hi Gef. Stephen is human. Mike Hunt. Meekly. Conatada.
Big thanks to... This is only £5 chicken burger and chips. So nice. Such a bargain and proper nice as well. Ruben probably plays accused of the English dub. I'm ordering you to skibidi da blah 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 boom. Stinky poo poo on tummy, please shut up. There's only one question to resolve. I'm scared. I feel a little crazy. I'm not lucid. The assumptions are right. Ruben is twerking, smirking and jerking off and Jim loves it, but now James is very jealous. Yakuza man here. The Walking Dead sucks. Season 1 was good. 2 was meh. 3 was really meh. 4 was great. And with 5, I stopped because Thomas Martin, Evan Pierce, Bob Walker's erect cock sizzling up some delicious cummies, and Doug Walker testing pepper spray in a sink. Look it up, he did that. Argy is a cheeky little poo muncher. Gobble gobble, yummy yummy, tasty chocky in my tummy. Noah Sengel, Quebec Films, Russell Brand's Rusty Rockets better spread my arse cheeks in Azerbaijan. Randy Sandy Banana Handy, everyone loves a piece of ice. Aura, Mercedes, Cool Dip Chip, Keck Flexington, Young Moz, Numa Banana, Ben, Fartbag, George, Kenwood Parker.
Everybody loves a piece of
Review Tech Pegging Porn USA. Kieran Harkins, Fiddle, Dream Offal 2142, The Nostalgia Clit. Jim is licking, sucking and fucking Master Chief while James, Alex and Melman watch in awe, aka Goo-Tech US Gay.
Jesus Christ.
Fionn O'Gorman. And so I found a place where everyone will know my happy moustache face. This is the Cleveland Show. Tomcats, Muff Murphy, Ethan Height, Zach Dawes, aka Review Tech New Zealand, Sir Capsalot. I sent myself to the Jar PO box and now Alex makes me want to watch him poo and makes me play poo rugby against Argy. Billy Wiz.
What the fuck is poo rugby?
Rugby with poo, I guess.
Shout out to Acolyte, the normal patron, aka Pip Pop Poi Review Tech Easter Boy. Lily says, trans rights do you. Review Tech Grips Dibby Dozer. Do anything to my email and you'll fucking regret it. You'll be stabbed, drowned and left. Lewis Horsborough, third year Plyman. Ray Dahl, Max Payne's Review Tech Brasilia. Wet Ass Pocket Pussy, Kirsten Armstrong. Alex, you fool, every JARCAST you fail to mention Angry Joe, he only gets stronger. Adam Johnston, Tom Bowie, Juan Hernandez, Jam, Benjamin Bilbson, Time, we've all got time, more than Review Tech Azerbaijan though. Joel Stewart, Ruben's Azerbaijani son, Logie Bear, Kane with a Pissadick, Connie Reed, Jake White, Cameron Hayen, Big Whoops, Gremblow, Ollie Miles, John Marston, Kuta Panda, 10000011, which is just C. Review Tech Goatsy Dimension. My convoy's been hit. I've got wounded. We're on the Savo Highway about east of Voy. Someone, anyone, please. Randy Ruins Patreon. My name is Ruben Brown, and I'm proud to be in my hometown with my new family. Agaron 3, Katia fucking Manigan, and David Wallace. Thank you.
Thank you again.
The trailer for Zombies dropped.
Welcome to the second half of episode 23-4, where we answer questions from the Reddit.
23-4?
Yeah, I forgot the number.
23, 4.
Look, I'll start. 2,
3.
4.
This is the part where we answer questions from the JARCAST community. Head over to the suggestion thread on our subreddit. Ask us whatever you like. Joseph said CALNE, long-time Jarling's going to start us off with this multi-layered question. Thoughts on eating the following foods with a knife and fork? Number 1, pizza.
No.
Wrong.
No.
Number 2, pancakes.
Yes.
Yeah, it's fine.
Correct. Number 3, burgers.
Fuck no.
Wrong.
Yeah. 4, samosas.
I haven't had samosas. So
Depends on the form, right?
And how hot they are.
Yeah. Number 5, noodles.
No. Yes, obviously.
Fork, not a knife.
Knife and fork. Yeah, maybe just a fork.
Yeah. Fork and spoon, maybe.
And finally, number 6, slices of cake.
Again, not a knife, but a fork.
Just fork.
Yes, a fork.
Cut with a knife.
Sorry, a spork thing.
I can't stand people who...
Yeah, like a spoon fork, where you... It's more like a...
Oh, those. Like a pudding
Yeah,
fork.
pudding. Just a pudding spoon.
nork?
No, fork. No, fork.
A nork?
Random Minion XD has one for us. I've only just noticed that Argy and Paisley never seem to have collars on. How come? Is it just easier to put them on when you walk them, or do you just prefer not to have them? I'm amazed that they even noticed this, to be honest.
Yeah. Fair play.
But it is just a me thing. I just have a personal vendetta against
It just
collars
makes dogs less cute.
Yeah, I don't want to see the human stamp on them.
Yeah, they're not
the fact
owned. They're
they've
not. They're not like slaves to me. They're wild. They're animals. They deserve their freedoms.
Like, yeah, if I could be in my birthday suit at all times and not have to wear something around my neck, then I probably would prefer it.
James, would you prefer to be in your birthday suit full stop, or in your birthday suit with a choker on?
Obviously, with the choker on.
Well, yeah,
Question.
James doesn't count for that, Jimmy. Fuck.
Okay.
Jesus.
No, I was just wondering.
What's your opinion, bro? What do you think's better?
Well, yeah, because we, again, going back to Flossie, she had a collar on for most of her life, and then towards the end...
Until I got fed up with it and just would always take it off.
Because when you took it off, she just had like a dent.
Yeah, like it changed the way her fur was growing.
She looked like a Lego dog, you know, like if her head was put onto her body, it was like two separate bits. And
Yeah.
See, my parents put a collar on Gaius, but you know you put a collar on so you can have the little tag of the name.
Yeah.
Gaius just fucking ripped it off. So they put a collar on him that doesn't even have a name tag. It's just a collar. What's the point? But if I take it off, they'll have a go at me. It's like, what's the fucking point?
Taking this topic a little further, what do you think of collars on cats?
I've never owned a cat, so...
Yes,
But
because then you know they're coming.
aesthetically,
I mean,
they-
aesthetic's
well,
different to practicality.
no, but the reason your dogs don't have a collar is aesthetic.
And, you know, it makes it nicer to stroke. There's no stupid bit of fabric in the way.
Well,
It's
yeah,
just-
you stroke cats, you know.
Yeah, I'm sure it'd be similar. But, right? Unless you put the little bell on to stop them murdering.
Yeah, but that's the thing, because the bells don't work.
Yeah, the bells don't work.
Unless you have, like, a useless cat. I'm sure those exist.
Yeah,
I would
but then you don't need a collar.
Yeah, true.
I'd say yes on a cat. Because if you do see a cat without a collar, you instantly think it is a stray.
Yeah, true. They are more independent.
Because they're more independent, I'd say yeah. Because at least then, if they end up in you know, some cats will literally just walk hundreds of miles, just fuck off somewhere else. So at least then they know people will be like, oh,
Yeah.
this cat that belongs in Wales? Why is it in Reading?
I don't
You
think
know?
they do tend to do that.
No, they stay. It's scientifically proven, I'm pretty sure, by GPS that they stay within like a certain radius of where
yeah.
they
They can
live.
always
There's,
find their way home.
Yeah.
Richard the Head asks, how high were you in the Squash on the Rocks episode?
High on squash.
Do you remember that? Yeah. I don't know if you'd call it high. Drunk. Maybe swunk at the very worst.
Yeah, swunk
wasn't-
definitely
I
at the
wasn't
worst.
Any of them. I was completely
No,
sober.
you were swunk as well. We were all drinking squash.
Yeah, we were swung.
We were drinking squash by
Well,
the
that shit's
fucking
pure when you
tankard.
don't water it down.
Well, yeah. Even the reduced sugar shit is gonna send you like.
Mm-hmm.
Into a new dimension.
Yeah, you're gonna.
And on a similar note, Kunda Picker says, Yo Mingers, have you ever thought about doing an episode while high on something? If you haven't already done that, you cheeky bastards. I, for one, think it would be extremely entertaining, especially the thought of an intoxicated James on video. What are y'all's thought on that? Personally, my own thoughts, it's not something we really would do. We're kind of above that shit on this channel, to be honest.
Yeah, like we do. Sorry, we don't need that kind of shit to be funny.
Yeah.
You know, like we're already there. Sorry. You know.
Mhm.
And me actually plastered is messy. As we discovered last week. Yeah. Ain't happening anytime soon.
Dick the Head has this to say. This is right after the other user called Richard the Head. So this is someone different. For Alex and Jamie, what James' opinion confuses you the most?
All of them.
For me, it's for some the thing that jumps to my head is Red Dead 2 for some reason.
It doesn't really confuse me though.
Yeah, I'm not like left stunned by it, but I'm just like,
It's just a classic James. The thing with James is that it got to a point where like I knew James, I know James well enough that the fact that it's surprising isn't surprising.
yeah, I know what you mean. No, I'm in the same boat. That's what I mean. It's hard to describe.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the crispy bacon thing.
No.
We're not getting back into this.
No, we're not doing that.
That's just my answer, okay?
Mhm.
End of.
Nat Figure asks, why is Alex's PC the size of an AC unit? It is fucking monstrous. It is huge, but I've never had any heating problems with it.
Yeah,
Ventilated really well.
There's one thing I learned that I proven cases make your PC hotter.
What do you mean?
The case
Well,
makes
the case
your
has an
PC
effect on the way it runs, yeah.
Yeah, it makes it hotter.
Well, it depends, like, what you're talking about, bro.
Yeah, see, your GPU temperatures would be hotter with the case on. That's facts.
Yeah, but the case
As
is
opposed-
to negate like dust and stuff. You don't want just like a bare, just
I
bare
have.
pieces on the floor.
I have had just a bare PC for literal months now, and it's fine.
What you've like you've taken it out of the case?
No, because we were playing COD, and
You'll
this was,
start having problems though, bro.
we were playing COD, you know, during the heat wave.
No, I remember this.
And my GPU temperature started going red to like 101. So I was just like, boys, this is hot. So I was just like, and then just fucking took all the stuff off. Like,
You sure
when
that's not just
playing.
because that PC is fucking ancient?
No, because as soon as I took all the case, I didn't
It
take
is,
all of the
James.
case off. I took it on one side, 7-degree difference in GPU temperatures, which is quite good. But my PC now goes to a DOS boot menu when I turn it on now, so it could be on its way out. But it's proven if your PC's overheating, and no, but I only did that because it was like a heat wave. Where it was like 30 fucking 5 degrees outside.
Yeah.
And PCs are like horribly. They run super high temperature.
Explosive Kangaroo has this to say. Hello, Jar Boys, I have a question. Is getting a driver's license worth it right now? I don't feel like I need one at the moment, but maybe it's a good time to get one because the issue isn't pressing. Any advice would be much appreciated.
Do it as soon as you can.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah.
If you can do it, do it.
Yeah,
don't even
absolutely.
sit. Don't even sit on
Yeah.
it. You'll regret it. I regret it.
Yeah,
I regret
same-
it.
Yeah.
Do it. It's literally
Yeah,
as soon as you turn 17, just fucking do it.
Or
Well, if you can,
sometimes earlier in
like,
other countries.
The second you can do it, do it. Like
Because
it-
when
the
once
the
you-
longer
Once it's
you
done,
wait,
it's done.
Well, yeah, the longer you wait, the more of an inconvenience it becomes.
Because then they'll get to a point where you need it, and it's just like you've got like literal months.
And chances are you'll have more responsibilities by your
and
age.
it's harder to manage, so just do it as soon as you can. Literally, if you're in like we're in a somewhat lockdown, you can do lessons. Do it. Just do it.
In saying that though, it is a weird time. Like I don't know. Have you had any lessons with the new parameters? Like what do you wear masks?
Monday just gone.
How was it? You just wore masks, I guess.
Yeah, back windows were open.
Did they have to like track? Did you have to give them like? Well, I suppose they already have all your details. So.
Yeah, I mean the masks, and before you get in, they just wipe everything down.
Right.
That should have been done originally, to be honest. When you're getting in someone's car that multiple people do in a day.
Yeah, they probably should.
But yeah, just do it. Just do it.
A_username 1917 says roleplay. As the cast in an ultimate universe where James isn't Pissadick.
So just be normal cast then.
No, let's just introduce it as if it is the other world. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Is that the intro?
Yeah, in this universe, everything's fucked.
What's up, guys?
Let's do a round table and talk about our pre-orders, right?
I pre-ordered Pissadick Rick.
Now let's all just say the same story about how we sat there and refreshed
Tell me
Amazon.
your funniest gamer moment with people online.
So, who is kind of winning the console battle at the moment?
Is the roleplay not meant to be to do with Pissadick? Or is it just that...
No, it's just roleplay as the cast in an ultimate universe where James didn't create Pissadick.
Oh, right, yeah.
We'd have fucking nothing to talk about.
Yeah. It would just be silence and
No, the cast just wouldn't exist.
Yeah.
That's the honest truth.
So you're admitting it now?
Yeah, I made Pissadick.
You heard it here first.
I made Pissadick and Alex used Pissadick in his videos and didn't ask my permission. That's a court case.
Imagine if you sued me. Yeah, there's so much evidence of you saying that James is Pissadick. It's an open and shut case.
I've been playing you all along.
Yeah, and I have to say in front of a court of law what the truth is.
Yeah, but what is the truth, Alex?
Get me in court and I'll tell you.
James, tell us the truth. James created Pissadick.
Speaking of, Thermite says, I have to say, I really love seeing how James has changed over the course of the podcast by opening up to new experiences. When I was around 18 to 20, I was pretty much the same as he was, a bit scared, not too comfortable talking about stuff that I weirdly like, and if someone poked fun at it, anime and mechs and all, I was genuinely pretty scared of alcohol and smoking the devil's lettuce, out of fear that I'd get addicted or something like that. I'm not saying that James has become more interesting just because of weed and alcohol or something. I just noticed that he's become so much more comfortable in his own skin, and that's nice to see. Who says Posdacts can't have character arcs?
Yeah, the sad thing is James is now a alcoholic stoner.
Yeah.
So
no, I'm not.
Lost his job, lost his license. So maybe don't follow James's footsteps.
No, that would never happen.
I'm just playing dog.
Any thoughts?
Yeah, I'm sick as fuck, mate.
There you go.
It's natural. You naturally grow. That's all. That's all.
Well, yeah, no, that's what's scary about it. Some people don't. Some people literally stay the same way that they are when they're 10, like their whole life. They're just a 10-year-old in an adult body. They've never.
Stop trying to fucking call me out, guys.
Sorry, bro.
Yeah, sorry, bro. We didn't mean to.
You're right in front of me. Sometimes I get carried away, you know. Samana Boney says, I'm interested in trying a Soulsborne game, but have no experience in the genre and don't even know if there's something I would like. I'm interested in Sekiro. However, it's much more expensive than the rest, and I've heard it's easily the hardest. What, according to The Beast, is the best entry point into the series? Other members can chip in if they'd like. And before you say anything, Jim, a username 1917, who we'd answered a question from earlier, replied to this saying, honestly, Sekiro is harderest only if it's not the first one you play. What do you think about this, Jim?
That reply is quite true. Well, I mean, I can't speak. You could potentially speak on that in the future better than me.
I'd have to play more than just Sekiro.
Well, yeah, you'd have to. You've started on Sekiro, and you'd have to move on to something else.
Because I only played Dark Souls 1 and a bit of Bloodborne. I didn't like finish
a tiny bit of Dark Souls 1. You probably played more Bloodborne than you did Dark Souls 1.
Yeah, I did.
Honestly,
then got really far in Sekiro.
If the difficulty is the thing that you're worried about the most, and you own a PS4 or Bloodborne, I genuinely think that's
But don't you think, like, from playing them myself, like, I think that rep is like,
yeah, no, it's totally wrong. If you have that much patience being the space between the finger and my thumb, you can beat any of these games, bar Dark Souls 2, because that game's just trash.
I would say Sekiro. Personally, from my experience with these games and how, obviously it depends on like what you like most and shit like that. But as far as accessibility and getting into them, I found that one really easy.
It's the most refined and the least obtuse.
One, the thing that always put me off on the old ones are like when you die and having to like re-go through areas constantly. You have so much freedom of movement in Sekiro. You can kind of skip around things a bit easier if you like are just trying to grind like the same boss over and over. It's just can be a bit easier.
But if you're up for it, Dark Souls 1, I think
probably get the remaster for pretty cheap.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think I've said Sekiro is the best FromSoft game in the past, but
you think it's Dark Souls 1, do you?
Dark Souls 1 is so ridiculously good. Like, it's actually a game that has still to this day done something that nothing else can do.
Really?
Being the design of the map. The way that works, no game has ever matched that.
Not even them themselves.
No, they didn't.
What is it about that though that they can't recapture? What's so complicated about it?
I have no idea, and I don't know why or how they did it so well, and not even them, but nobody's been inspired by that and given it a shot.
Maybe it's just that hard. Like if it was easy, everyone would be doing it.
Well, it's a thing of as well. I think committing to like it can be a bit of a ball ache when you've had to go to somewhere in the world and then you've got to go to somewhere else in the world. Like no fast travel.
Yeah.
But having it designed in a way where you're learning all these different routes and shit, I don't know. It's like the limitations that it has makes it so much better. It's more like a classic video game.
Yeah.
You know?
I could understand that.
And that's why Dark Souls 1 is better than Bloodborne, by far. Because so many people say that like they're on the same level. Like, to me, it's not even close. Sekiro is better than Bloodborne, and Dark Souls 1 is better than both of them.
Damn. So my impression was that the Souls community didn't rank Sekiro quite as high as...
No, they don't. A lot of people say it's Dark Souls 2 tier, with Dark Souls 3 being at the bottom.
Yeah, they seem so fucking different. It's almost not even fair to compare in my mind. But like just from playing like Bloodborne and Sekiro, like the sandboxes are so immensely different. I don't.
Yeah. No, I think Bloodborne. I don't really understand why people are so crazy about that one in particular.
Are you sure it's not like the art direction and the setting? I think that does a big... Like,
yeah, no.
What I remember when it was like announced and it came out, it's what everyone was talking about.
Yeah, it is incredible.
No one could deny the art direction in that game.
And again, that game is awesome, but it's just not Sekiro and it's not Dark Souls 1.
Interesting. TDT Bar has one for us. You're getting a takeaway from a chippy, and it's a special offer where you get like £1 off if you get one of two things. Curry sauce or mushy peas. Which do you take and why?
Curry sauce.
Curry sauce.
For me, it depends on the quality of the chippy as well. Because you can have shitty mushy peas and like awesome mushy peas.
Yeah, but
also
I feel
curry
like
sauce you can regret as well.
That's a very good point. Because curry sauce, no matter the quality, you will regret. Like, it's
Mushy
just not
peas,
good
that-
for your stomach.
Yeah, mushy
Mushy
peas. It's just
peas.
mashed peas. I mean,
Yeah, I
a
mean,
little bit of salt. and
Garbage.
pepper. Nah, it's good, bro. You ever been like up north and gone to like a really nice chippy?
No, so I've never gone up north.
but
There you go.
the thing is, the scenario is quite silly.
Yeah, because
You
I
know?
would just get both.
Well,
probably.
yeah.
Yeah.
Even if you do have to end up paying an extra, like, £2.50.
Mm-hmm.
But curry sauce is my final answer.
Let's do a couple more. Jet Seth Radio says, "Hey Jar, before my question, just wanted to say that I appreciate the chemistry between the four of you. You guys remind me of a British version of my group of friends with all the goofy in-jokes and dumb prequel references. And I find this aspect really makes the cast a blast to listen to because of how relatable I find it. Anyways, I've been asking friends lately if they remembered interactive banner adverts that were all over the internet in the early to mid 2000s.
They still are.
I specifically remember one that went something like, would you slap Susan Boyle for $1,000? And it made your cursor an open hand when you would move your mouse over it. It would basically trick you into clicking the ad. Do you guys remember any weird/old internet advertisements? And if so, what are your favourites? Game on, I guess.
They're not old. They're still.
No,
they
dude,
still
they
do
don't
that.
do that shit anymore.
Yeah, they do.
No, like,
World
not
of
like
Tanks.
that.
World of Tanks still does it. World Thunder still does it.
Occasionally, but it's a rarity now. It used to be just accepted
Yeah.
and normal. Every ad was that way.
Yeah, it was like.
Sorry, does the question specify interactive ads or just ads from the
It
olden
just said
days?
if you remember interactive banner adverts that were in the internet from...
None really stick out in my mind.
One that sticks out in my mind, it was that fucking Minions Sky thing that I screen recorded
Oh my
for
God.
the Minions Man
Was that
Boilerman song.
interactive or just a GIF?
I'm pretty sure it was interactive. Like you put your mouse over it and clicked it and it danced or some shit like that. Yeah.
That wasn't even that long ago, though. That was like 4 years.
Well, the Minion thing.
Yeah. It was like right at the beginning of Jar, right?
I don't know, bro.
Yeah, because it's a Man Man Boy Boy song.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it can't be that old.
Well, Man's pretty old, bro.
No, not Up Down album. That shit's fresh. That
No,
shit's
that's
minty
quite old.
fresh.
It's like 7 years old, bro.
Is it really?
Have you been doing Jar like 5+ years, Jim?
I made IHE in 2013, Jim.
No, you didn't. What?
Yeah, because I was in college at that time.
Fuck me.
Bruh.
Okay. I guess I've like time traveled or something.
Things change quick online.
But even then, I feel like because surely we spent time on like remember that
Newgrounds
game?
and those Flash
Yeah,
sites.
Newgrounds. There was that Flash game website. There were just loads of games, like 100 games.
Yeah, that was the site. It was like 100 of the most popular games at
Yeah.
the time, and it was like a hierarchy, list of
And I can like picture the website in my head. But
Yeah.
the ads wasn't really something I focused on. But speaking of ads, I think that the funniest modern ads are found on porn websites, where it's like, fucking ugly bitches want to fuck near you. It's like, why are you advertising that ugly women want?
Yeah.
Like, what?
I prefer the ones that are like porn versions of like Lois Griffin, like being fucked
Yeah,
some
yeah.
stolen artwork, and they're like, "Fuck Lois yourself." With this porn game that will make you nut in 10 seconds.
They're all like
Porn's
subscription-based ones as well. So those games are like really expensive. Just click on them and actually look
Have
at
you
it.
ever subscribed to one, James?
No. I've never subscribed to like an animated porn like website.
Have you ever subscribed to a porn game website?
No.
Okay, thank you. Neither
Just
have I.
pirate it to this.
Yeah, I'm sure.
No, but remember, you don't click ads on Pornhub. If you go on Pornhub, just don't click any ads. Or just use AdBlock.
Well, yeah.
Because it's Pornhub and it's the worst thing on the internet, so you know.
Well,
Just refuse to go on Pornhub is what I'm saying.
don't use AdBlock, though. I'm against AdBlock.
Yeah, if the money's going to the on Pornhub, then yes,
No,
I'm
but-
using AdBlock.
Well, then don't use Pornhub.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't use Pornhub.
But don't use AdBlock either.
I do. On my browser, because I don't watch any good videos on my browser. I just watch garbage, so I'm not giving garbage content creators money.
Speaking of
It doesn't even work now. Adblock doesn't work on YouTube. The ads still pop up.
these tech companies, they're on it, aren't they? Like now I've noticed you can't like use a VPN to change. Like you can't have a VPN on and watch like Amazon Prime. It like knows.
Really?
Yeah.
That's weird. You can just sign up on the American website and watch the American videos. You don't need a VPN. Because I was paying a subscription because I signed up to the
That's right.
I signed up to the Amazon, the US Amazon to watch an anime. I watched that anime. I forgot to cancel the subscription. 3 months later, and I was getting charged. Didn't realise it was the American Amazon charging me.
Were they charging you in what, like converted dollars?
They were charging me in dollars, but I didn't realise. I was
Does
just
that
like,
mean you were charged extra as well?
yeah.
That's fucked up.
That's what I thought.
But then
at least it's an option, though.
No, but your account, if you can log in your account on the American one. You can log in on your account on any Amazon national website.
Oh, okay.
That's your account. But if you can buy 10 subscriptions on each account, but you only be able to access those subscriptions in your billing information and see those purchases in when you go on that national website. It's fucking broken, and it took me ages to figure it out.
That is fucked.
Damn.
But then there's the thing, I was watching the Grand Tour on the UK version, but I only signed up to that on the American version, but I was on the UK website consuming the subscription I bought in America. None of it made fucking sense.
That is confusing. Did you not notice on like your bank account when you kept being charged for it?
Yeah, I did. A third month in, I was just like, wait, that's dollars. Oh, fake,
Yeah.
wait.
Oops.
Yeah, and then I was just like, I went back through my memory and realised that I did sign up to the American one at some point. I didn't mean to either. I just put in Amazon on Google and it took me to the US site. So that's what I signed up for fucking Prime on.
Otherwise, Annual is going to finish us off, right? I have a Fleshlight related story.
Yes, lad.
About a month ago, I received my first ever Fleshlight. If
Good
James
lad.
is wondering, it's the Ice Lady Crystal model.
Wait, let me check this one. I think I know what your one.
Upon receiving it, I was giddy with excitement. I still live with my parents. As I go to university, it's rare to live on campus here in Australia, so I had to make sure to hide it and only open it at night. When it reached evening and everyone was asleep, I decided to give it a go. Felt nice, but was definitely felt nice, but was definitely more artificial and required much more lube than the real thing. Just as I was about to finish, I had a massive leg cramp in my calf. This was the first leg cramp I had had in about a year, and it felt horrible. Minutes flew by, and the pain wasn't going away, only getting worse. I wanted to call out for help because it was genuinely that painful, but I was holding a fleshlight with a bottle of lube next to me and a pile of tissues. I wasn't able to get up and hide the evidence due to my leg cramps. I was stuck in my bed, so I did the only thing I could and threw the fleshlight and lube into my small bin next to my bed. Thankfully, the pain subsided just as I was about to call for help. But I can only imagine the embarrassment of my parents walking in on me, fleshlight in hand, watching the JARCAST. I never retrieved the fleshlight from my bin due to that experience, and after going back and learning what fleshlight did to the Jar Boys, I'm glad I never did. Thanks, boys. Game on.
So you're just gonna ignore the part when he said he was watching JARCAST at the time.
I was about to comment on that.
Can I just say,
I don't know whether it's an insult or compliment.
the stigma against like male sex toys is a bit gross. It's like, why is
It
there
is
a
weird,
stigma?
isn't it? It's quite
Like, it's not
unfair.
like,
Is it though?
you know, it is. No, it is. It is straight up.
I feel like the attitude towards like, you know, dildos and vibrators.
It's
and
empowering if you've got a fucking dildo, yeah. But if you're fucking
Is it though?
jerking off with a
Like, if-
fleshlight, it's a bit
shit. I
different.
think so.
If you found
I suppose the
someone's dildo, I don't think it would just be like, yeah, what of it? They would be embarrassed.
I guess, but I don't think they'd be mocked in quite the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely.
But that's a problem. Like, what is actually wrong with buying a fleshlight? What's wrong with pleasing yourself with a sex toy? Nothing.
I never, dude. I'm fucking way ahead of you on that one. Like, fucking hell, I'm the one trying to get them to sponsor a fucking podcast. Like,
But
I got
it's a
nothing
question. I
against
just
it.
don't understand why people are like,
well, I mean, when you search through society, there are tons of double standards. So.
I
I
think
know,
the
but you
name is a
stop
big
that.
part of it, though.
Yeah, fleshlight is very crude.
Yeah, and funny.
It is funny. They're humorous thing. I think just anything to do with dicks is just inherently humorous, you know?
Yeah.
How immature are you?
No, dude, like dildos, like Saints Row even adopted like the humor of the
literally
dildo for
the
its.
worst,
Yeah, but I feel
the
like
worst game joke.
flashlights are much newer.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they probably are a much newer invention.
Well, yeah. So I mean, like it'll get there.
I mean,
It'll
it's,
catch up to the dildo.
no,
It's
this
just
is
gonna
this
take
is the
time.
thing about blokes though. It doesn't, even if it is activity shamed by most, like, I ain't gonna stop them doing it or interacting with it.
Yeah. And the thing is,
Doesn't matter what it is.
I got nothing to say.
Well, I was hoping we were gonna go deep on this flashlight thing, but
Well, what do you mean?
go deep
He said
inside
he
that
was.
flesh.
He just said he was jerking off watching the cast.
Fair play to him. There is
Yeah.
a lot of
What actually is wrong about that? What is wrong
I'm
with
not
that?
saying there is something wrong. I'm just saying there's nothing for us to add.
yeah, flashlights are cool. Jerk off with them if you want. Be progressive. Stop being a little bitch.
Get a fucking launch pad and watch JARCAST
Yeah,
on the
like-
big screen.
Yeah, at least use the launch pad if you're gonna watch us while you're using your flashlight.
yeah, you
Come
know,
on.
like
Yeah, because the flashlight's going to obstruct the whole thing.
You know, like
Yeah,
speaking
no,
of
that's
shoes, it's like big in kind of like trainer culture to get like
Mm.
keep all the boxes and put them on your wall and shit.
You get flashlight
Do you
boxes.
think people will walk around with flashlights like built into their trousers?
Yeah,
So
the pocket
it's like a
buster, yeah.
status symbol.
Do you have more respect for Tenga then, James? And their range,
Yeah.
just because they're not called flashlight?
Yeah, they've just got more. Yeah, it's just more professional. It's not as like it's kind of a bit gross at first. It's like they're just like yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
what flashlight is quite a. Presumably, it's like an American invention. It seems
Yes.
like quite a like
Vulgar.
fuck this type thing. Like you're gonna fuck this, whereas the Tenga's a bit more like.
It's more like sexual empowerment, basically. It's more.
Where
of
does
like
Tenga's like Asian?
Japanese.
Yeah, there you go. There you fucking go. So it has to be like stealthy for the otaku.
They're
It's
probably developing that thing back in fucking World War II. How they're going to overthrow the rest of the world.
Tengas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you don't have to with Tenga. You don't have to buy like these fucking like
You're having a
7.
cramp.
Yes.
Whoa, Jim's having a leg cramp.
No fucking joke. I legit just had like a.
Good thing you're not knee
almost
deep
a
in
f-
flashlight,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah. That
Otherwise
is
you'd be
weird.
in trouble. That is. It's sending
Bro.
us sending a sign, sending a fleshy sign to you that this has been JARCAST.
This has been Flashcast.
This has been JARCAST episode 223. If you want to help out the
22,
cast, please send a message
The
to
third
Flashlight.
episode 22 that you're going to get.
But it's not episode 66.
Fuck you.
You looking forward to episode 666?
We're never getting there, bro.
That should be the final episode.
That'll be the episode where I get a knife and just fucking.